At Thika School for the Visually Impaired, over 300 pupils unite through visual impairment. Meet Irene Nthambi, a Class 4 pupil who beats the odds. Nthambi's ability to read depends on this slate and stylus to create an impression of raised dots on paper. Using her tongue to sense the characters in the dots completes her understanding of sentences. Her teacher, Geoffrey Kabecha, who has been teaching at the school for the last 4 years, understands Nthambi like he does the rest of his class pupils.
Her fingers are not sensitive enough and the hands are not strong. So for her to write, she has to combine the fingers, add the ribs, unlike the others who do it with the fingers only.
Now 10 years old, Nthambi was brought to Thika School for the Visually Impaired by her mother for admission 5 years ago. To the shock of the assessment team, the little girl's sensory organs did not function. All efforts were put together to ensure she's assisted.
Some hot food was brought, then she tested, she responded. So I said, oh, so there are some senses in her mouth. So from that time, we worked on the tongue and the lips. The lips have senses and the tongue.
Meters are there in 1 meter. Irene.
Her determination has since impressed her teachers for the courage and concentration she pays to reading using the stylus. Even though her hands are not strong enough to feel, she uses these same hands to support her while she makes up the dotted characters with her tongue and lips, making her an active participant just like any other.
We started sensitizing the lips so that now she can feel the dots and read. Now the day she started, she read the first word, it was now an eye-opener.
She's among the best in the class. In fact, the last exam they did, she was number 3.
All Nthambi depends on for most of her activities is her tongue, which currently is her strongest organ.
My favorite subject is English.
Apart from the slate, maybe the only thing she can use again is the computer. But for the braille machine, she cannot use. Because the braille machine has keys. Those keys need to be pressed with some energy. They need some kind of effort to press.
In the Education Ministry, a Learners with Disability draft law could see people living with disability accorded a more comfortable learning environment.
She's the only one I have ever come across or I've heard of. If there are others, I don't know. You can see, you can hear, but you can't touch. You can't feel by touch. Therefore, you can't use braille. You can't use the standard methods of education.
And indeed, disability is not inability. At 10 years old, Irene Nthambi does what the able-bodied cannot do, a clear indication she has beaten the odds. Doreen Biira, KTN News Desk.